Hey, good evening. I'm Coach C, Queen of the Tweens and Teens. Tonight, I was going to talk to you for about 1 or 2 minutes, but something on my spirit just said, you know what? Go a little deeper with the topic than you originally thought you were going to go. So here we are. I was going to talk about how when working with tweens and teens, control does not ensure compliance, nor does it allow for growth. Oftentimes when we're parents and we think about our children once they reach a certain age, we feel like we have to knuckle down and squeeze tighter. And there's a difference between staying involved in your tweens and teens life and becoming too controlling over their life. As tweens and teens grow, of course, they are going to want to explore a bit, try new things. They're going to want to, not live a little per se, but live a little. They're going to test the limits. They're going to push the boundaries. That's just what tweens and teens do. Their brain makeup, their brain wiring just lends itself to that. So understand first, I feel a little bit like David Letterman. We're going to have a list, maybe about 8 or 9 things when thinking about tweens and teens and thinking about the subject of control. First of all, we have to understand the need. Understand that as tweens grow, they feel like they want to test the limits, they want their independence. And while they feel like they want to be a little more independent, parents transversely feel like we want to sit tighter and grip them that much firmer. It's kind of like you have to have a balance between the gripping and the holding while also allowing them to take certain steps towards their independence. Think about a tube of toothpaste, folks. When you are squeezing toothpaste on your toothbrush and you squeeze it gently, just the right amount of toothpaste comes out for your toothbrush. What happens when you grip that tube of toothpaste so tight? Splatter, mess, toothpaste all over the place. Not a happy scene. Think about your children in the same way. First of all, start the process for accountability and responsibility before they become tweens and teens. That's the secret. Starting the process before you actually need it. But when you're in the midst of it, try not to grab too tight. Try to strike a balance between rules, limits, and allowing them to have a little bit of independence. Communication is going to be your saving grace. If you start the communication process before issues arise, when the issues arise, you'll have the communication to fall back on. So don't wait until your children are 12, 13 to begin to have real conversations, to begin to work on your active listening skills, to begin to make sure that you are presenting yourself as a safe space. That work happens long before the age of 12 and 13. Make sure that while you are giving them their freedom and their ability to have a little independence, make sure that you are also monitoring their digital footprint. How long are they on social media? What sites are they going to? Are they staying up late as opposed to going to bed, getting their adequate sleep because they're on social media? Who are they following? What websites are they going to? All of the digital footprint is important. Make sure that you know what your tweens and teens are up to that may allow you not to feel like you have to have so much tight control. Make sure that there's trust in your relationship with your tweens and teens. So we're on number 4 now. Make sure that there's trust there. They should be able to trust you to be a safe space so that even if they're in trouble, even if they have done something a half an hour before to make you so angry, and then they did something after that, and you were angry and you just didn't even want to look at them because you're so angry, be their safe space so that even if you are that angry with them, if they called you and it was 2 o'clock in the morning and they asked you to come pick them up, that you get out of your warm, cozy bed and go and pick them up. Make sure that the trust is there. Make sure that the behaviors that you want to see that you are leading by example and you are exhibiting those behaviors. You want your child to listen more? Make sure you are being a listener. You want your child to try new things, to not be afraid to branch out a bit? Make sure that they see you being a little bit of a trier of new things. Don't forget, as I always say, with every one of these lives, I've said it, and even when we're doing the recorded sessions, while this journey is your own unique journey, you don't have to do the journey alone. Parenting can be a lonely space. However, it doesn't have to be. You have folks out there that don't share your exact experience, but join you in the experience of being a parent. You have folks like me who are parent coaches. As I like to say when I start my messaging, I assist Black and Brown parents who are struggling with stress and family discord and help them as they shift to parental peace. That means I want to see us all win. So, whatever I could do to assist you on your journey to attaining your family peace, I want to be able to do. So, you don't have to do it alone. So, if you're ever struggling, reach out for support. If not to me, reach out to anyone who you feel could be of benefit to you and your family. Number 7, stay involved. One of the things that I often see parents do is when their children are younger, in elementary school, for example, they are showing up at every parent teacher conference. They're coming to every play. They're coming to every sporting event. They're just more engaged. Sometimes when the children reach the tween and the teen stage, parents sometimes will back off. Sometimes they'll say, well, I have younger children that I have to work with. I don't have time. Or they'll say, oh, well, they're older. They don't really want me hanging around. That's incorrect. They really want you around more than ever. When your children are tweens and teens, they really want you more than ever to be a part of their world. They just don't know how to voice it. They feel like they're giving away some of their power and their agency if they say, no, mom, I really want you to come. No, dad, I really want you to be there. It's how you start that family dynamic when they are younger that will determine how comfortable they are with sharing their wants and their needs when it comes to your time and your bond. But whether they are comfortable with sharing their wants and needs, you take the initiative and understand that while they may not ask for it, they need it and provide it. Make sure that you are able to be flexible and you know the art of compromise. Compromise is not giving in. Compromise is not letting your tween or teen have their way all the time. It is listening to a rational argument for something that you may not agree with initially, but after you hear why they are proposing X, Y, or Z, being flexible enough to say, I didn't think of that. Or this is your experience, so I'm allow you, as long as you're safe, I'm going to allow you to have a say in what the experience should be. And remember, it is a phase. It will get better. But what I don't encourage you to do is to sit back and watch the phase as opposed to actively working your tween or teen through the phase. Get on board, jump in the driver's seat, knowing that sometimes you also have to be in the passenger seat, just as long as you get to the destination with your child safely. I hope those tips around looking at the difference between control and a balance of direction and listening and learning. I hope this message landed for you. I hope there was one or two pieces that you needed to hear. It is my pleasure to share, and I look forward to seeing you next time.